Good morning, students. Let's continue with the air pressure chapter, lesson number 4. We have studied in the last period about the temperature zones, the different temperature zones which are there to us. There are three temperature zones: torrid zone, temperate zone, and the frigid zone. Now these zones are present in both the hemispheres, that is the northern and the southern hemisphere. In today's period, we are going to start with the pressure belts on the Earth's surface. Okay, pressure belts on the Earth's surface. Temperature zones and pressure belts both are different. They are not the same. So I'll show you the diagram of the pressure belts first. Let's see. See, here is the diagram of the pressure belts. Let us see what it is first. Pressure belts indicate the horizontal distribution of atmospheric pressure on the Earth's surface. It is horizontal in nature, not vertical. Okay, the wind always blows in the horizontal direction, so that is why it is horizontal. There are 7 pressure belts in total: equatorial low, 2 STPH HP belts, 2 SPL, that is the subpolar low pressure belts, and 2 polar high pressure belts. STHP means subtropical high pressure belts. Okay, subtropical high pressure belts. These are the different pressure belts which are there on the Earth's surface. You can see these diagrams. It is written over here. See here. It starts from the equator, that is the 0 degrees in both the sides, in both the hemispheres, northern and the southern hemisphere. It is there. Here you can see the winds they have shown, the different winds which are visible to us. That is the northeastern winds, tropical high pressure belt is there, prevailing westerlies, polar easterlies. These are the different winds which are blowing in the different region. So we are going to study in detail the pressure belts on the Earth surface. Okay. Now let us see first of all, the heat received from the sun is uneven in different regions. Now why the pressure belts and the temperature zones are formed, children? That is because of the heat received by the sun. The heat received from the sun is uneven in different regions. Hence, the distribution of the temperature is uneven from the equator to the poles. So, heat is not the same everywhere, and because of that, as heat is not same everywhere, the temperature also is not same everywhere on the Earth. Temperature also varies. So, we are going to study from where, that is equator to the poles. As a result, the temperature zones are created, and because of the heat received by the sun, temperature zones are created. We have studied this in the previous class. Begin with the equatorial low pressure belt, that is from the diagram. Let us see. See here, this is the diagram, children. This is the equatorial region. We can see here equator starts from 0 degrees. So we have 5 degrees in both the hemispheres. We have the equatorial low pressure belt. Okay, so this is the low pressure belt area of the equatorial region. Let us study it in detail. The sun rays can be perpendicular between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Now where is the Tropic of Cancer? We have here this side. There is the Tropic of Cancer, and here we have the Tropic of Capricorn, isn't it? So the sun rays are perpendicular. Perpendicular means what? We receive the direct rays of the sun on the Earth's surface. That is on the equator region. We receive the direct rays of the sun. So it is called as a perpendicular rays. And as we receive the perpendicular rays of the sun, the heat received is more. So the temperature is higher in this region. Hence, air in this region gets heated. It expands. Now why it expands? Because air is getting heated up by the heat of the sun. So as it becomes hotter, it starts expanding. So when it starts expanding, what happens? It becomes lighter and moves towards the sky. It starts moving in the upward direction because it becomes lighter. As this process operates continuously, a low pressure belt gets formed in the central part of this region between the parallels 5 degree north and 5 degree south. Now what happens? As this process operates continuously, means continuously it receives the direct rays of the sun, and so more heat is received. Therefore, it becomes hotter and it starts expanding in the atmosphere. When it starts expanding in the atmosphere, it starts becoming lighter, and as it becomes lighter, it starts moving upwards towards the sky, and because of that, a low pressure belt is formed in the equatorial region between the parallels, that is the 5 degree parallels in both the hemispheres, north and the south. So this is the equatorial low pressure belt. Understood why low pressure is created? Because temperature is high, children. If temperature is high, air pressure will be low. This goes on in the vice versa condition. So this is, we have the first equatorial low pressure belt. Now the second pressure belt, that is the mid latitudinal high pressure belt. Children, we have the diagram here. In every place I have put the diagram so that you can understand it clearly. Now you can see here, moving away from the equator, we have 25 degrees to 35 degree parallels. Now you can see here, this is a 10 degrees difference we have in the pressure belts. So here 25 degrees to 35 degrees you have the mid latitudinal high pressure belt. Now this same you will find in the southern hemisphere also. Okay, so why it is now, till now we have studied in the equatorial region what happens, the air becomes very hot and it starts expanding and starts moving towards the sky. Now what is the next procedure? Let us see. The heated air becomes lighter, starts ascending, and after reaching higher altitudes moves towards the polar region. Now what is happening here? The air which has started moving towards the upward direction, it starts ascending, and after reaching higher altitudes, means after reaching to a particular height. Altitude means what? Height of the region. So after reaching a particular height, moves towards the polar region. Now polar region means what? This is the polar region. You can see here we have two poles, north pole and the south pole. So air which is start moving from the equatorial region is going upwards. Now you can see here latitudinal high pressure belt. So the air you can see here, it starts moving in the upward direction towards the pole. Due to low temperatures at higher altitudes, the air cools down and becomes heavier. Now we know as we move away from the earth's surface, we find cooler place. So we have the hill stations, right? Now here you can see due to the low temperature. How is the temperature? The heat received at a particular height is less, and therefore what happens? The air is very, very cool, and so it becomes heavier. Why? Because the cloud formation, the raindrop formation starts taking place. Condensation process starts in the higher altitudes. This heavier air descends down in both the hemispheres in the region between 25 to 35 degree parallels. Now what happens? This air which has become heavier, now it is not possible to move further in the upward direction. Now this air starts moving towards the downward side, that is 25 to 35 degree parallels. You can see here, you can see this one, 25 to 35 degree parallels. This leads to the formation of high pressure belts in these parallels of latitudes in both the hemispheres. So now what happens here? That is why high pressure belt is formed here, because temperatures are low, so we have high pressure belts formed in this region. This air is dry, hence the region does not get rainfall. So what happens here? The air is dry, humidity is not there, and therefore this region do not get the rainfall. Consequently, most of the hot deserts on the earth are found in these regions. So we find the hot desert areas in these regions of the mid latitudinal high pressure belt. The Thar desert, the Sahara desert, the Kalahari desert, so many deserts are there, children. The Thar desert, the biggest one, these are all found in such mid latitudinal high pressure belt area, because rainfall is not there and it is totally dry. So I hope this is clear to you now. That is the mid latitudinal high pressure belt lies between 25 to 35 degree parallels in both the hemispheres. Now children, our next pressure belt is subpolar low pressure belts. It is subpolar low pressure belts. It means we have reached to the polar region. Let us observe the diagram. Here you can see here, after mid latitudinal high pressure belt, we have the next one is the subpolar low pressure belt. You can see here between 55 degree to 65 degree parallels we have the subpolar low pressure belt, and here you can find that there is a curve of the earth. The earth is spherical in shape, so this is a curvature which we are able to see, isn't it? Let us see in detail now the information about the subpolar low pressure belt. Due to the earth's curvature, the area between two parallels get reduced as we move towards the poles. Of course, you can see the shape of the earth. This is the spherical shape. So as we move up, equator is the broader one, isn't it? It's the bigger one. Then as we move away from the equator, the area gets on reducing. There is a decrease in the area of the pressure belts, isn't it? Because the shape of the earth is spherical and there is a curve. This results in lesser friction of the air with the earth's surface. Now what happens in this zone? It is away from the land area. So what happens? There is less friction of the air with the earth's surface. Air in this region is thrown out because of this reduced friction. So what happens to the air? Air is thrown out because of the reduced friction and also because of the earth's rotational motion. Now the motion of the earth also plays an important role. Therefore, there is a change in the direction of the air which is blowing at that place. This leads to the development of a low pressure belt. Now what happens because of this? A low pressure belt is formed. This condition is observed in the area between 55 and 65 degree parallels in both the hemispheres. So where do we find this? In the polar region, subpolar low pressure belt between 55 to 65 degree parallels in both the hemisphere, we find the polar high pressure belts are formed. Okay. So subpolar low pressure belts means what? This is because of the curvature of the earth's surface and the reduction of the area. That is why we do not have a friction of the air with the earth. Okay, so this is the subpolar low pressure belt. See here we have one more diagram which is showing the different places with the parallels of latitude. We have the different zones, that is the polar, we have north pole, then we have the south pole, we have here the polar easterlies, that is the winds blowing from the polar regions. We have here subpolar low pressure belts, you can see here westerlies, then subtropical high pressure belts, then tropical easterlies, then we have here intertropical convergence zone. Why intertropical? Because two tropics are there, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Then here we have tropical easterlies, again subtropical high pressure belts, then westerlies and subpolar low pressure belts and the polar easterlies. If you want children, you can also draw this diagram in your activity file and write information about the pressure belts. I hope this is understood to you all. Today we have studied equatorial low pressure belt, mid latitudinal high pressure belt, then we have studied subpolar low pressure belts. In the next period, I will be explaining you the polar high pressure belts and the effects of the air pressure on the Earth's surface. Hope this is clear to you all.